The Florida Department of Transportation, or FDOT, welcomes you to the public meeting for the Bradenton-Palmetto Connector Alternative Corridor Evaluation, or ACE study. Financial Project Identification Number 444843-1. We appreciate your attendance and participation. The Florida Department of Transportation, FDOT, follows a 5-step transportation development process. The Bradenton-Palmetto Connector study is in the planning stage, which is the first step of this process. During this phase, the focus is on identifying transportation needs, collecting relevant data, and engaging with the community to understand local challenges and opportunities. Community outreach and coordination with other agencies are important and will take place throughout the process. Gathering feedback is essential during the planning and PD&E study phases for decision-making. The PD&E study phase then explores what can be built, how it will be done, and whether the project will move forward. This phase also includes a no-build option. The purpose of this meeting is to present the recommended corridors to move forward to PD&E and to obtain public comments. In this presentation, we will introduce the project, discuss the purpose and need, identify the study alternatives, and explain the ACE process. If you are attending this presentation in person, this presentation will replay throughout the open house tonight. The project team is available to answer your questions, and project materials are on display. If you are attending this online, following this presentation, the project team will answer your questions. You may submit your questions in the question box during or after the presentation. Key considerations during the ACE study process include evaluating impacts and its effects on social, economic, cultural, natural, and physical environments. We also take into consideration specially designated resources that may be impacted by proposed improvements. The Bradenton-Palmetto Connector ACE study that will identify traffic demand and need, analyze the location of potential corridors, and recommend alternatives for further analysis in a PD&E study. It looks at where improvements could be feasible. It is in the next study phase, Project Development and Environment, PD&E study, that determines what, how, and if improvements will be made. The PD&E study takes place after the ACE study. A PD&E study is an environmental and engineering process. The process evaluates the social, economic, natural, and physical environmental impacts of a proposed transportation project. It follows the prescribed federal guidelines under the National Environmental Policy Act, NEPA, to ensure that no single element or constraint is disproportionately affected. The goal is to minimize adverse impacts and balance various aspects to achieve the best overall outcome. The Bradenton-Palmetto Connector ACE study area spans a wide section of Manatee County, from State Road 70 in Bradenton to just north of I-275 in Palmetto. It includes an important north-south connection that crosses the river. Alternative corridors range from 7 to 10 miles. This project seeks to increase capacity by adding a new bridge over the Manatee River. Identifying the project's purpose and need is an essential element for an alternatives corridor evaluation ACE study. It establishes the foundation and rationale for the study and ensures that there is a clear direction and justification for evaluating different corridor alternatives. The purpose of the project is to evaluate additional capacity and transportation demand across the Manatee River as part of the regional transportation system. The secondary needs of the project are to enhance safety and multimodal interrelationships. The Bradenton-Palmetto Connector Alternative Corridor Evaluation, ACE, builds on the Central Manatee Network Alternatives Analysis, CMNAA, completed in 2019, which identified 6 potential corridors for future transportation improvements in the area. 4 more corridors were added to the analysis in this current study phase, expanding the range of options under consideration. The study is looking at where, and not how, the project would be built. The area was analyzed based on its social, natural, cultural, and physical characteristics to assess both current and future conditions. The data collected serves as a foundation for forecasting travel demand, defining the project's objectives, identifying potential constraints, and look at potential corridors and overall characteristics. The Bradenton-Palmetto Connector ACE study is analyzing 10 corridors in Manatee County. Each corridor begins at State Road 70 and has a total length of 7 to 10 miles. The traffic analysis showed that the travel demand to cross the Manatee River west of DeSoto Bridge and east of I-75 Bridge was lower compared to the demand between the DeSoto and I-75 Bridge. As a result, corridors between the DeSoto and I-75 bridges carried the highest traffic volumes. The evaluation of the 10 corridors for the Bradenton-Palmetto Connector ACE was based on a thorough and balanced assessment of environmental impacts, engineering feasibility, costs, and stakeholder input. As part of the ACE planning process, 7 corridors, A, B, C, E, F, G, H, and I, were found to be unfeasible and removed from further study. These corridors were eliminated due to environmental impacts, engineering issues, high costs, and other challenges. The remaining feasible corridors will be studied in more detail in the next phase. The evaluation matrix shown is included in your handout. Shows a summary of results and a preliminary analysis of the corridor alternatives. These evaluation criteria were developed so that the corridors could be compared on an equal basis. This matrix is also on display this evening. The project team has been working on developing and evaluating alternatives and preparing study documents. The department anticipates completion and final approval from the FDOT Office of Environmental Management in late 2024. The PD&E study is anticipated to begin in early 2025. The study schedule is on display this evening. After the initial evaluation, 3 corridors have been recommended for further evaluation: corridors A, B, and D. Of these corridors, B and D were modified from their original alignments to reduce impacts. Let's review all corridors recommended for further evaluation. Corridor A begins at the State Road 70, 53rd Avenue East, US 301 intersection, travels along US 41, and ends between 33rd Street West and the US 19 US 41 split. The existing bridge could be widened to accommodate new traffic. The total corridor length is approximately 7.97 miles. It utilizes existing roadways, US 301 and US 41, and includes the DeSoto Bridge. Corridor B modified starts at the State Road 70, 53rd Avenue East, US 301 intersection, and follows US 301 and 9th Street East. It includes a new bridge crossing over the Manatee River, then traverses along 16th Avenue East, and ends at US 41 on a new alignment. The total corridor length is approximately 9.01 miles. Corridor B modified utilizes existing roadways with the exception of the river crossing that will connect from 9th Street East to 16th Avenue East. Corridor D modified begins at the State Road 70, 53rd Avenue East, US 301 intersection, follows US 301, connects to 27th Street East via 38th Avenue East, includes a new bridge crossing over the Manatee River from 27th Street East to Leffingwell Avenue, continues along Leffingwell Avenue, 36th Avenue East, connects to a new road and ends at the US 19 US 41 split. The total length is 9.37 miles. Corridor D utilizes existing roadways and new roadways, including a new river crossing that will connect from 27th Street East to Leffingwell Avenue, which connects to a new road. At this time, the FDOT's adopted 5-year work program includes funding for the ACE study and PD&E study. There is currently no funding for right-of-way, design, or construction. Future funding will be explored through the PD&E phase. The purpose of the public meeting is to provide you the opportunity to learn more, ask questions, and express your views about this project. FDOT is also asking local governments and regulatory agencies to provide comments. We encourage you to submit your comments in any of the following ways: completing a comment form tonight, by email, mail, or through the project website. Although questions and comments are accepted anytime, they must be submitted or postmarked by December 3rd, 2024, to become a part of the official meeting record. The Bradenton-Palmetto Connector study team is here tonight to answer your questions and discuss the project. We will email future project newsletters to help you stay informed about upcoming workshops and meetings. If you would like to receive these newsletters and are not already on our email list, please complete a comment form or request to be added on the project webpage. This planning study is being conducted and completed according to the requirements of federal and state laws, rules, and regulations. Please see the statute display board for all other applicable requirements. This meeting is also conducted in accordance with the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 and with Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and related statutes. Anyone who feels he or she has been discriminated against with regard to race, color, national origin, age, sex, religion, disability, or family status may complete one of the forms located at the sign-in table and mail the completed form to the address listed on the poster board. We appreciate your participation and input. FDOT thanks you for making safety a priority. The presentation will replay in 4 minutes.